Of class 12. Today we will talk about the electromagnetic waves, how these were generated, and some properties of the electromagnetic waves. You know what is electromagnetic waves? There are mainly two types of wave. One is mechanical wave and another is non-mechanical wave. So that way electromagnetic wave belongs to the non-mechanical category, and there are also two types of further division of non-mechanical wave in two types. One is electromagnetic wave and another is gravitational wave, which has been discovered very recently, but we have been knowing about light, that is electromagnetic wave, since long. Now, William Hertz was the first person to produce electromagnetic waves in the laboratory. How he produced it? He used two oppositely charged plates held apart and allowed it to discharge through a spark by short-circuiting them. As shown in the figure, you see the two plates are charged. One is positively charged, another is negatively charged, and they are allowed to short circuit through the two sparking nozzles, and the moment this spark takes place during the short circuiting, electromagnetic waves are produced, and it was detected by the electromagnetic wave detectors. Now the frequency of this wave will be equal to 1 by 2 pi under root LC, where L will be the inductance of the wire connecting the two plates, and the capacitance C of the plate C is there. So that way it was primarily done. Then later on we have developed much ahead of those primary stages. Now the properties of electromagnetic waves are very unique. We shall be discussing it one by one. It needs no medium to travel from one medium to another, one place to another. It can travel in vacuum. The speed of electromagnetic wave in vacuum is 2997924 meter per second, and which is nearly equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. And this is the highest possible speed for anybody in the universe, and that you will come across to know when you go through the theory of relativity. So this is about a few points of electromagnetic waves. We shall also talk about some practical applications which we can now understand about the voltage stabilizer. You know, the voltage fluctuation is a common problem these days, and how we can overcome? We can overcome it by having a proper voltage stabilizer. Now, voltage stabilizer is of two types. One which is maintained manually, and another is doing it automatically. When we want to have a manual voltage stabilizer, what we do is, say for example, we are taking a typical case, but it never means that there are only one turn or two turns in primary or secondary. I am only taking these less number of turns to make you understand better the arrangement in which way the voltage stabilizer is possible. Though the picture is not very clear, but you can just imagine that primary is having two turns, and the secondary is having three possible set of turns. One is having one turn only, another set is having two turns only, and a third set is having three turns. Now when you take the output voltage across the secondary having one turn, the voltage will be half of that on the primary, according to the relation E2 by E1 is equal to N2 by N1 that we have already done. So if we select another pair of secondary coil which is having two turns, which is equal to the number of turns in the primary, then in that case what happens? The output voltage will be equal to that in the input voltage. So this is another option. And third option, if we select the third pair of coil in the secondary which is having 3 turns as compared to the primary coil, then in that case the voltage in the output will be 1.5 times greater than the voltage in the input. So that way we are getting 3 possible voltages, one which is half of the primary voltage, one which is equal to the primary voltage, and another which is having which is having voltage 1.5 times the primary voltage. So that way whatever point knob we select, that will decide the voltage which we get in the output. Now another way of having a voltage stabilization is by using the auto-cut voltage stabilizer is by using relay circuits. What are these relay circuits? Relay circuits works on the principle of circuit breaking by putting off the connecting wires and disconnecting it under the influence of a strong magnetic field produced due to high voltage. The moment voltage is released means voltage is lowered down. The magnetic field attracts the connecting rod is no longer stronger than the force applied on the connecting rod due to a spring attached to it. This is somehow a mechanical force is overpowered by a magnetic force. Circuit is restored, and that way you can understand it is very much similar to, but not exactly same, is similar to the operations which we have been doing with electric bells, where you see the circuit makes and breaks alternately, and as a result the hammering takes place. So much similar but not exactly same. So when you do the real mechanical work, you shall be learning more about it. Thank you and have a nice day.